The Nightside Project. Finish the day happy with Ethan Millard and Alex Keary on KSL News Radio.
Back on the Nightside Project, I'm Ethan Millard here with Robbie Fowler. It's been really interesting to chat with you, Robbie. I deeply appreciate you coming in and taking the time out of your schedule to do this.
My pleasure.
I know you didn't fly halfway around the world for this interview, but I know you do have a packed schedule when you're here in Salt Lake, so I appreciate you guys making time to come out here.
No problem. There's going to be a day when no one will know me, so I'm grateful. I'm grateful for these.
Well, we'll extend that out a couple of minutes at least, right? So let's chat. So we've talked a lot about your career, and I'm curious to know because you've got a family. You've got 4 kids. Mm-hmm. You've got 3 boys and a girl.
No, I've got 3 girls.
Oh, you've got 3 girls.
3 girls and 1 boy. Yeah.
Oh, I had that backwards. 3 girls and 1 boy, and that's a pretty good. That's a pretty good number. You're a real family man.
I am. Yes.
I mean, 4 kids is serious.
Yeah,
that's serious.
Yeah. Well, I don't really know what to say. Yes. Look, I'm a good family man. You know, obviously played football, and I do a little bit of travelling, doing these types of clinics with the International Academy. But you know, family is important. That's always my first priority.
Did you always want kind of a largish family, or did it just kind of happen that way?
Yes, I did actually, because I mean, typically being a male, I had the 3 daughters, and I obviously wanted my boy.
Yeah.
So we kept going, and I just said to my wife, listen, we'll try again for 1 more. If we have a girl, that's it.
Yeah.
But if we have a boy, yeah, great. But we did have the boy. But look, it doesn't matter. As long as they're all fine, I was delighted.
I have kind of the reverse. I have 2 boys and 1 girl, and I remember when I found out that we were having a girl, I was kind of nervous. I was really scared because we had a real boy house at the time. And I thought, oh, man, what am I getting myself into? Did you find that kind of going, you have 3 girls, you get on a pretty good, you get into a pretty good groove, right?
Yeah.
Raising girls.
I think fortunately for me, I've got more than 1 bathroom in my house. So that makes a massive difference. But look, anyone who's got girls will tell you, the minute they wake up to the minute they go to bed, they're always fighting. And then they want to sleep in the same room. I'm thinking, well, how does that work? You argue all day, and then you're the best of mates when it's bedtime. So, they still have the moments, and all kids will. But yeah, I think they are great kids, to be fair.
Are you training them up in football?
My little boy, he's at the Liverpool Academy back
Really?
in the UK. So yeah, he's 10 years old. But honestly, I mean, I'd love him to be a football player. I keep saying I'd love him to be a soccer player. But look, as long as he enjoys it, I would never force him to. If he says to me, Dad, he says, I don't want to be a football player, then, great. We'll try the stuff with him. But the important thing is, if the kids are enjoying it, then let them go out and keep enjoying it. And when they stop enjoying it, I think it's time to worry.
Over here, women's soccer is very, very big. It's nearly as big as men's soccer. I mean, really, at least at the national level. And have your daughters shown any kind of interest, or have they kind of found their own paths?
No, they have. Funny enough, actually, I was speaking to one of the ladies who was driving me around, and I was saying about my daughters. They play netball, and she'd never heard of it. So I don't know if you know what netball is, but it's like a female equivalent of basketball.
Huh.
But I mean, that's the best way I can describe it. So that's a little bit of homework for everyone. But I think it's quite common in the UK. It's called netball, and it's similar to basketball.
Similar to basketball.
I know obviously female play basketball as well, but
sure, yeah.
It's like a female equivalent.
Yeah.
I don't mean to sound obviously chauvinistic here, and I hope I don't, but that's the best way to describe it.
No, we have that here too, where sports are kind of a little bit more or less dominated by one gender. We have the same thing here. When you said netball, though, I just thought volleyball. Because volleyball is a big draw for women in the U.S. We have a lot of successful volleyball teams.
No, well, this is totally different. So I think it's based on a basketball type court. It's a net. I'm not sure how high it is.
I'm Googling this.
Yeah,
right
I'm
now.
not sure how high it is, but it will be probably a similar size hoop. But there's no backboard.
That would drive me crazy. Because I'm one of those guys that needs the backboard.
Yeah, actually, when you've got the ball, you can't run with it. You've got to keep sort of still, and you run around until someone throws you the ball.
Oh yeah, there it is. Holy cow! Here. I'm gonna put a photo up here on the screen, so people can kind of see here. So, yeah, there it is. So there's the net. Yeah, there's the net. Yeah, no backboard. Huh.
I give a good explanation of that, didn't I? I was quite happy there.
Well, I never doubted you. I just really needed to see it.
No, I doubted myself.
Wondering if they were playing a real sport.
But I mean, my daughters play that. They play that in school. That's quite common in the UK schools.
One last thing I wanted to ask you about, and then I promise I'll cut you loose. After you scored that hat trick very early in your career against Arsenal, you set the league record for quickest hat trick playing for Liverpool. They gave you a nickname.
Yeah.
They called you God.
Yes, they do.
How does a 19-year-old deal with an entire stadium full of people, entire city full of people calling him God? How do you process that?
You know what? Honestly, it's surreal. I mean, I think of Liverpool over the years, and they've had some unbelievable players. Players much better than me, and I'm the one who gets christened God. I mean, it's just absurd. And honestly, I do not go around. I don't call myself I don't tell everyone. In fact, I'm quite humble, to be honest.
You don't have an email address? Liverpools God at
No,
Gmail?
No, I'm really humble.
That?
In fact, when I die, I want humble to be written on my statue. That I was messing.
Well, it's when I saw that, I had to kind of take a double take, and I actually looked up a couple different sources. I thought, did they really call him God? And yeah, sure enough, man, you owned that nickname. Eventually, though, you had to leave Liverpool. Mm-hmm. You did come back for a while.
Yeah.
Was that hard leaving your club like that?
Yeah, I mean, it was very hard because I'm a Liverpool lad, and just go back to the God nickname. All my teammates call me it as well, and even now they still call me it.
Do they?
Yeah, it is frightening, to be honest. But yeah, going back to where I was playing. So I left Liverpool. I left because I wasn't playing, basically. And I was never sort of one of these players who wanted to sit on my behind and collect wages. I want to go out and earn, earn the right. Obviously, falling out with the manager, end up leaving. Went to a club called Leeds in the UK, and then Man City. And then after Man City, I ended up going back to Liverpool, which was one of the best things that's ever happened to me.
Yeah, and you told the press at the time that you felt like you were waking up every day. It was Christmas Day. That you had to pinch yourself.
Yeah, well, that wasn't cliche. I mean, that really was the case. I'm a Liverpool lad. I lived literally a mile from the city centre. So when people talk about Scousers and people from Liverpool, I am a genuine Scouser. Playing for Liverpool was perfect. I had a few chances when I was really young to sort of to leave, but I was always comfortable and happy at Liverpool. Obviously, when you go away, I don't think you realise sort of how big and how special Liverpool is until you've seen other clubs, and that's obviously not being disrespectful to the clubs that I played for. But no one can hold a light to them. Liverpool is so big, worldwide. Doing what I do now, where I travel around the world, within a Liverpool capacity, meeting supporters, meeting fan clubs across the world. Until you do that, you just don't realise how big and how special the club is.
When you returned to the club to play, they hung out a banner for you that said, welcome back to heaven.
To heaven, yeah.
Dear God, welcome back to heaven, or whatever the phrasing was. Is that kind of how you felt it was? It was your home base.
It was, and look, everything was easy because I still lived in Liverpool, and as much as I travelled to the clubs, everything. But I was more delighted with, back to obviously the kids again. My three daughters had seen me play for Liverpool, and my boy was born in 2002, and I'd left early 2002, Liverpool. But I was more delighted with going back because that meant my son. Admittedly, he was a baby and he probably won't remember it, but he actually did see me playing for Liverpool, and that sort of touched home more than anything.
Yeah, I can see how that would be. All right, well, Robbie Fowler, record-holding Premier League player, one of the greats in the sport of soccer. Robbie, thank you so much for joining us today. Robbie's here in town with the Liverpool Football Club International Academy. They're running a workshop this weekend. You can also go to lfcacademyutah.com. That's lfcacademyutah.com. And if this academy, Robbie, ever brings you back to Salt Lake, I really hope we can do this again.
My pleasure. I'd love to do it.
Best of luck to you. This is the Nightside Project.